Hey everybody, it's Amy here from Amy's Planner and welcome back to my channel. It feels like it's been forever since we've done one of these. I've kind of forgotten how they go, so just bear with me. It's been a really interesting, and when I say interesting, I mean really challenging couple of weeks. The transition to remote learning and remote teaching has been really difficult. I teach subjects, so I'm a VCAL teacher. VCAL is the Victorian Certificate of Applied Learning, and it's for students who are looking into trades or who have found traditional education really challenging. They tend to be disengaged, they struggle with isolation, and it's a subject that you really, it's a certificate you really need to be face-to-face to build relationships. And you know, we're 6 weeks in and it's really difficult to do that, to teach and not have that face-to-face and that contact every couple of days. So work's been mental. There was a couple of experiences that I had with remote teaching that were really challenging for me as a teacher, and really shook the way that I see myself as a teacher. So that was really I really struggled with that. And then my partner was in an accident, and it's just been really full on for so many weeks in a row. I'm exhausted, and I'm sure all the other teachers out there are exhausted as well, but like I am just exhausted. Anyway, so it's been a few weeks, and I'm sure that you have noticed that there are 2 new planners in front of you. So I moved out of my Hobonichi A6 day to a page because I found that I really need a weekly overview at the moment, and that I wasn't using it. Like I was setting it up this other week and writing all my stuff in and then not using it again. It would just go in my bag and I wouldn't see it because I spend my entire day sitting at my desk. So I don't even like use my handbag. So, and my A4 day to a page, my work planner was getting a real workout, but again, day to a page, there isn't really a weekly overview. So I was struggling to set meetings and that sort of stuff. So I was looking around the internet and I thought like I could get a Hobonichi cousin that has the weekly planners and then the daily pages. And so they're not shipping to Australia at the moment and no one's destashing one. So that kind of put me off. And then I thought about a bullet journal, like I could set it up myself. And then I realized I'm really lazy, it wasn't going to work. And then I came across Passion Planner. So Passion Planner is an American company that is all about setting goals and meeting those goals and giving yourself like plenty of support to do that when you're ready. And so they have the Passion Planner, and it comes in 3 sizes. This is the medium, it's a B5. It also comes in an A5. Now, my A5 is coming, and I'll explain what this is in a minute. And then, yeah, there's an A4 as well. So I haven't got an A4 Passion Planner, but I have an A4 planner. And so that's what it would look like. So yeah, I found my medium on a destash page. And I think when I messaged the woman and I said, is this for sale? She was shocked because she'd put it up in like January and no one had been interested. So anyway, so we sorted it out and it came in the mail on, today's Sunday. So it came on Monday, I think it was. And I've been using it for work. My plan is that it's going to be my work/home planner so that I am planning for home time. I have got an A5 coming in the mail from the US because that's where they're made. And that's going to be like my weekly, it's decorated a lot, throw everything in there, my to-do list planner. And I'm really looking forward to having something to decorate again, because I'm going to have a go at decorating this today, but I don't really know how I want to decorate it because it is mainly for work. And I don't want to like bulk it up with stickers. So there isn't enough space to write stuff, and so we're going to be playing around with that a little bit towards the end, but I'll show you that in a minute. I do want to show you this. So one of the amazing things that Passion Planner does is that on their website, you can download PDFs of all of their planners. Like you can buy a hard copy that's bound, or you can download it and bind it yourself. And at the start of this month, things kind of went really shit. And that's the only way I can really describe it. And I needed somewhere to write stuff down and get stuff off my chest and do sort of the journaling side of planning. And so I went onto the website and I printed out the daily pages. So the Passion Planner comes in a weekly planner and a daily planner. And so I thought, well, I'll print out the daily pages and I'll bind them myself. I was going to go to Officeworks and bind them there. And I thought, no, I'm too broke to do that. And I don't want to leave the house because we're not supposed to leave the house. So I thought, well, I've got a happy planner punch and I've got some old discs. So I'll disc plan it to see how it goes. And so I'm not a journaler, as it turns out. I don't like to be forced to journal. I don't mind journaling, but if I don't have anything to write, I just stick stickers on it. So I'm really not a daily journal planner. I'll get to all that stuff in a minute. But I do like the opportunity to journal occasionally. So this is really good for me because I can kind of just journal on the days that I feel like it, but it isn't dated. So like I don't have to journal every day. And I was going through and dating it myself. And let me find the page. And I just sort of did them and then I'm like, oh, I don't feel like journaling today. So I've got like a wasted page. So anyway, in here I have a cover that I made myself off a old Kaiser Craft notebook that says today's your day. And then because I was still experimenting, I haven't got a lot of double-sided pages. You do a check-in at the start and in the middle of the year with Passion Planner. So there's my May 4th check-in because that's when things were really stressful and I was really feeling professionally isolated. And then when I've sort of filled it up, I'll do a when I finished, well, you know, since I started this plan and see how I feel about the changes. The yearly overview that I'm not using, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I will. I did a May cover page. I was going to use an A6 to do all this and I changed my mind. I cut it out. It's just messy. But anyway, and then I'm using the monthly log. Am I focus? Hopefully. I'm using the monthly log for sort of a gratitude, things that I enjoyed that day, projects that were on my mind and I needed to get off my mind, needed to go here. And then my goal, so spend some time in this planner every day, which I haven't met because I'm not a journal every day kind of girl, as it turns out. But I have been able to go through, and pretty much every day, sometimes it's like every second day, go through and write down something that either was important or made me happy or whatever. And there were 2 days where I didn't do that because my partner had his accident on the Thursday and there was nothing really that day that I could think of, and that was a really busy week, so I kind of didn't write much, but there it is. This is where I'm going to put my trackers. As you can see, I journaled pretty well up until the Sunday, which I actually didn't do much except for put a date down, and then I haven't used it since then. My Apple Watch rings, don't ask, that's when I meet all 3. Most days I get 2. I just don't get the green, so the activity, because you know, we sit at our desks all day. Anyway, sleeping without a sleeping tablet, which has been really good. So blues the days that I haven't done it, which has been fantastic. This is when all that shit went down at work, and this is Tim's accident. So because I'm a reasonably anxious person, sometimes I have trouble getting to sleep. So I have medication that helps me go to sleep. It doesn't necessarily keep me asleep, but it's just that ability to switch off my brain so I can fall asleep, which is good. And then days that were a smiley face or above. And so I haven't had many in the first half, but they're getting better. I was taking part in the Jashi Koren monthly challenge, and I kind of got up to day 7. No, day 6, which was day 7 was Tim's accident, so I just kind of gave up. But I really like the idea of these are the orders that we could post stuff in, so I'm going to keep that. And then when I get back into the rhythm of planning more regularly, I actually will use this on when I post. In the daily, there is a this month's game changer goal sheet, and I find that really interesting. So my goal for May was regularly decompress my stresses, so get them off my chest and so they don't overwhelm. So these are all the things that I could do to decompress. So leave my desk, journal, exercise, call my mum after work, catch up with colleagues, and acknowledge that I'm stressed and take a break instead of trying to power through it. My plan was to journal in this every day, and that didn't happen. But all the other things have happened. Like, I acknowledge my stresses and some days have half a day off. So I'm available via email, but I don't sit at my desk. I sit on the couch or I sit outside, and I just do all the other things that I would normally do at work. So I'm a VCAL teacher and English teacher, so I read regularly, all sorts of stuff. So sometimes I take a couple of hours and I sit out in the sun and I just read something new that I think, oh, my kids might like this. So let's see what it's like. And then at the end of the month, I thought I would feel relieved, relaxed, and less pressured. And I kind of do. So my keystone habit was supposed to be I will journal every day for 30 minutes at 6 p.m. And that hasn't happened, but I have journaled reasonably regularly. And on the days where I'm stressed or I feel like I want to journal, I actually come in here and I use a page. So 1st of May, this is when I was like, I'm going to use this every day. I used my space of infinite possibility to talk about professional isolation, which is what I feel. It's not the same as isolation. I'm not alone. I just don't have my colleagues to talk to. I don't have anyone to bounce ideas off. I don't have that backup. And then this is me trying to journal every day, and I can't. I'm not a journal every day kind of girl. It just doesn't sit right with me. But I have used lots of pretty stickers, and I feel really good about that. I feel like I'm using my stickers more often. The first day I used our exercise bike, and it's been the last day since. Music that was really good that day. Me visiting Tim in the hospital, my map of where the hospital was, because, I have been using it a little bit of a memory planner, word of the day sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not a monthly planner girl, so, oh well. But I think it's really good that you can, like, literally just print a planner. It's just there the whole year. There's an undated, a dated, a daily, an academic, all sorts of stuff in all 3 sizes. And then I just printed it out on my printer at home, and I bound it with rings, and I have a planner for when I need to journal, and that's really good. And I am going to be using this because I am going to be a little bit more like some memory planning stuff, like if I have a really good day or a really bad day, or I just want to experiment with some journaling stuff. I have some plans to use the Planners Anonymous papers that came in the Sail and Sea, whatever it's called, box. And I thought that's going to look really cool in here with this sort of design. So that's that. And I realise I've been talking for a really long time, but I think this is really cool that they've made it available and you can print it yourself. It doesn't cost you anything. The only thing you put in is your email address. And really, you can use a throwaway email address if you really wanted to, because you don't get any emails or anything like that. Only if you're a member and you've purchased stuff, which is cool anyway, because they send you like cleaning checklists and all sorts of stuff you can print out and glue or attach to your planner. That's what the daily pages look like. If you bought them bound from Passion Planner, you can purchase 4 books, which is enough for every day. If not, they come in sort of 3-day blocks. And I thought, that's cool, but a little bit expensive for me. And they only come in A5, so I can kind of print them whatever size I want, really. This is a little bit bigger than my planner recently, so we'll see how it goes. This is the Medium Passion Planner in Blush. Now, Passion Planner collaborates with different organisations every year. And their covers are decorated to match it. So the blush ones are really simple pink. I'm assuming it's PVC. It's not leather, but it has a leather feel. And it just says empowered women, empower women, which is one of my favorite things in the world. So I have it on shirts. I have it on posters. It's everywhere in my house. So when I say everywhere, it's in like 2 places, but you know what I mean. I have the green fern leaf decorated one coming. It's somewhere in Sydney, which I think everyone's mail is somewhere in Sydney at the moment. And that's an A5, and that's to do with Rainforest Alliance, I think. So it opens with our story. It tells you how the plan is set up. It tells you how you can use it. And this one's a 2021, so it assumes you're starting at the start of the year. You can get an academic one, which is exactly the same, but starts mid-year for US academic timelines. But it's, all the different ways you can use it. Keep safe, manage your time, looking at big pictures. It's good for students, teachers, business owners, stay-at-home mums. It's good for everybody because you can use it really any time that works for you. Talks about being part of the Pash Fam, all the different ways you can use it, our story. It tells you about Angelina Trinidad, who is the creator. And so there's all these different programs related to it. There's Get One, Give One. So every time someone purchases a passion planner, one is given to someone in need, which, wow, that's a pretty big give, to be perfectly honest, because I know heaps of people who get these. Not in Australia. Well, I suppose there are people in Australia. Instagram is great, just saying. So how the Passion Planner works, it gives you 4 simple steps to achieve your goals. So you dream big and you fill in a passion roadmap of your short and long-term goals. So 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and a lifetime, which is good because you can just sort of put them down. And even if you think, oh, they're not achievable, at least that's something you want to aim for, which is really nice. Then you break it down. You pick one of the goals you have circled. So you write them down, you circle the ones, and then you do all the things, you list all the things you think you can do to achieve that goal. So if the 3-month goal was get healthy, the game changer is get healthy, and then all the things they can do, or you can do, anyway, to achieve that goal. And then you move it into your weekly and monthly layouts. So it helps you keep on top of it. So once you set a goal, you can refer back to it every day. You work at it. So there's a weekly layout, and I'll show you that in a minute. And it's timed, and it's got space for or personal to-do lists and home to-do lists and work to-do lists and all sorts of stuff. And then at the end of the month, you reflect. There's a dedicated double spread for monthly reflection, which is really good for me. I'm intending on using this one for work, and then when I get the other one for home, so I can do some reflective practice, because I'm really lousy at reflective practice. I think, oh, I need to write that down, that was really good, or I need to reflect back on that because it really didn't work. And I kind of do it in my head, but I don't record it. And I think that if I record it, I'll probably be a better teacher. So I haven't filled in my passion roadmap for work because I only got it on Monday and I haven't really worked out what I want to do. So 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, lifetime. I have a feeling that my 3 months and my 1 year will link up with my PDP goals, but anyway. And then you just transfer across whichever one you want to do to here, and be specific, create a timeline if you want. And it's step by step. I like that it's step by step. A 2020-2021 calendar. And then this space of infinite possibility goes all the way through, because you can use it to do whatever you want. You want a letter, journal, you want to put pictures in, you want to draw, you want to write to-do list, you do whatever you want. And then you come into the monthly spread. So I started this in May, so it's pretty blank until May, which is good because I can show you all the stuff without anything on there. It gives you a monthly layout, a focus for personal and work, people to see, places to go, things to learn, and then personal projects and work projects. And then break it down. So create a mind map of this month's game changer. So how you're going to meet your plan for this month. So that's the monthly, and then you get into the weekly. So across the top, you have each day with a time bar that goes from 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. So that's plenty of time for really whatever. You've got a space for today's focus. So I've been using that for day-long goals or day-long things, but you could use it for anything. You could use it for how you're going to try and achieve your game changer goal. You could do it for maybe a gratitude, whatever. You could use it to track work hours or workout hours or whatever. It gives you a space for this week's focus, and then for you to list good things that happen or draw or stick or whatever. It's about the same size as a happy planner box, or maybe a what's it called? The printers, the the printers you can get, like you Bluetooth it to your phone, it prints it out like an old-fashioned Polaroid, one of those. Yeah, that'll fit there, I think. Well, it's about the right size. Every week has a quote. So the first week of the year had a goal is a dream with a deadline, and then it gives you something to do. So think about the one goal that would have the most positive impact on your life right now. Break it down into steps and assign deadlines to each step. Start off the year strong by incorporating 3 of those steps into your week. And then it gives you space for personal to-do lists and work to-do lists, which I'm going to find so useful in this planner, because sometimes I'm at work and I'm like, oh, I need to do that at home, but I don't want to write that in my work planner. And I don't want to have to get my personal planner out of my bag because my bag's put away during the day. So it's just, I find this is going to be brilliant. And it breaks it into top priority, priority, and errands. And then you have your space of infinite possibility on the side. And then every page is like that. So it's got the quote, it's got, gives you something to do. And then at the end of the month, yeah, there you go. End of the month, you have your monthly reflection. So each month it asks you, what's the most memorable part of this month, and describe it. What were the 3 biggest lessons you learned this month? Review your planner for the past month and assess your priorities. Are you happy with how you spent your time? If not, what steps can you take next month to adjust them? What did you accomplish this past month, and what are you most proud of? How are you different between this past month and the month before it? What or who are you especially grateful for this month? Name 3 things you can improve on this upcoming month. What concrete actions can you take to work towards these improvements? And then from 1 to 10, how do you feel? And then an end of month checklist that goes back to your passion roadmap and all your goals. So you could use this forever for anything. So if you wanted to use it for your business, you could, your monthly reflection for your business. If you wanted to use it as a workout planner, you could do that. I'm going to use it as a teacher planner. So other than like a couple of them, which are probably a mix of teacher personal, like, what are 3 things I can improve on? So maybe I get my lesson plans up on our platform more early, or I use technology more, or whatever. I'm going to use these for work. When I get my other one, I will be using that for personal. And then every month's the same. So let me flick you through to May. This is my May monthly layout. So I got the planner on the 18th. No, on the 11th. What's today? Today's the 17th. So yeah, on the 11th. So I've kind of only gone through and put in bits and pieces, maybe backplanned one thing, but that's it. And because we're in isolation, I put some joke stuff. So stay home, I'm staying home, and things to learn. I'm going to be using this just as a monthly layout. None of my planners as a teacher have ever had a monthly layout, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it. Like it's all new. I've never had a monthly spread, which is really crazy because I really love having a monthly spread. Like I can see when things are happening. So it's got some stuff in, it's got our return dates in, personal projects and work projects. I think for this being a work planner, I might change personal to admin projects and then work projects. So it might be marking, putting comments up, emailing parents or whatever. And then work projects are me creating work projects for the students. So 2 units I'm looking at the moment are road safety and a letter to the editor. So like I've done that. Where's my pen? I've actually done one of them for once. I've done that. And this is what I want to achieve by, actually want to achieve it by the end of next week, but I kind of have another week in there if I need it. And then me back planning to see what it would be like to play around in it. Trying to work out if I wanted to use highlighters or whatever. This is this week, so it's Sunday now. I don't think there's anything on here you can't see. If it's blurred out, there's nothing you could, but yeah. And the reason I got a planner like this is because this is what my weeks look like. Even when we're back at school, like there's classes and meetings and all sorts of stuff that I have to kind of keep in my head. So yeah, I am using the today's focus for important all-day events. So Wednesday was my professional practice day, Friday was a student free day, and I've highlighted those because they're important. Tuesday was the announcement, reaction and plan day. So we got the school's announcement for COVID-19 for Victoria, and my entire day was just meetings regarding that. So all sorts of stuff. Anytime I have meetings or I want to block out some time. So next week I'll be blocking out time for marking and unit writing. I can just block it out like I would normally a class, which means I know I can't book anything there. When I was using my data or page, it was really difficult to sort of, like, I had to keep flicking backwards and forwards to work out what I'd booked in to book in new stuff. Now I just look at this. I had a bit of a try of decorating it. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to decorate this. It may just be pen only from like when I get the green one onwards, but we'll see. I've turned the personal to-do list into an admin to-do list at the moment. My work to-do list. And then my space of infinite possibility this week was just me writing down the return to school plan for my VCAL students. And that's it. That's what this planner looks like. Oh, there's actually a couple of other bits. Let me find it. So midway through the year, where is it? Is it the start of June? No, maybe it's at the end of June. Yeah, so at the end of June, which is the midway point of the year, it gets you to do a new passion roadmap. So has anything changed between the start of the year and the middle of the year, which is good. And then it just goes back into normal monthlies. But I think, I haven't looked at the back. Probably should have done that. Monthly, end of year reflection. So how do you feel about the past year? What advice would you give yourself at the beginning of the year? And then you have a whole lot of blank pages and then a whole lot of dot grid pages, which I haven't really used. I've used a bit of a pen test. And the paper is so thick, like, yeah, these are like, this is one of my favorite pens. I'm going to do a pen test on it now. And I adore it, but it kind of cuts through paper. What's this? Pentel. Energel. 5. Now, this cuts through everything, normal paper, whatever. And like you can barely even see it. You can see that I pressed down because I'm a really hard writer. But I love it. The paper is so thick and gorgeous. It would probably be around 120, maybe a bit more. Anyway, so that's my new planner. I've started filling out my June monthly, but really not much. And I'm just using some half box stickers, yeah, from Labeled with Love, because I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to use this. So anyway, now that I've talked for like half an hour, I actually might make this into 2 videos. Okay, so this is next week. What I've decided to do is I'm going to make this into 2 videos because already it's half an hour and I don't think there's much I'm going to be cutting out of what I've just said, because it's all true and it's all fantastic and I really love this planner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end video 1 here. And I hope you enjoyed watching it and all that sort of stuff, and, you know, follow me on Instagram and all that sort of stuff. And the next video, which I will put up on the same day, hopefully, if I remember, will be me experimenting with decorating this page. So thank you so much for watching. I really like the Passion Planner. I've been looking at it for like ages on Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, and kind of went, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Didn't know if it worked for me. I think it's going to work as a supplement to my work planner. I'm certainly not getting rid of my date or page because I am a to-do list girl. And I thought like I could have this and then have a blank notebook. And then I went, it's just too much stuff to carry around. And I love my date or page. I can put my lesson plans down the side. I can put my to-do lists. I use the weekends to write notes on. Like if I go to a meeting, I write all my notes on the weekend and just reference it back. I love that planner, so I'm not giving that up. But this will be a supplement to that, so I can kind of have an overview of what's going on. Anyway, I was going to end the video, but I obviously wanted to keep talking. So thank you so much for watching. You can follow me over on Instagram at Amy's Planner. Check out the Passion Planner website. I've put it down below. This is certainly not like a sponsored video or anything like that. I don't even think they know I exist. So I'm confident they don't know I exist. Anyway, stick around, look at the next video, which is me setting this up, and have a lovely day. Bye.